By a show of fingers, who plans to watch the debate Thursday night between Trump and Biden? Four of you do. David does not.
Well, I'm a maybe, but
And the four who do intend for sure to watch. David, I'll get to you in a second.
no.
What do you expect to learn from watching? Curious. Both have been president. What do you expect to learn from watching the two of them? Anybody? Charles, what do you expect to learn?
I just want to see where Trump's headed is rather. He hasn't really engaged in any kind of debate um, for the most part. So I just kind of want to see what his temperament is and what kind of policies, instead of just saying like, I'm not going to do what Biden is doing. Like I want to hear, what particular policies he has
Okay.
and not just being in opposition.
Ashley, what do you expect to learn from watching?
The competency level of Joe Biden.
Okay. Sherry?
I'm not really sure how to answer that. Honestly, I probably won't watch all of it. I guess by some miracle, maybe they could convince me to vote for one or the other. I don't know.
But there's nothing you're looking for in this debate?
No, this is going to sound awful, but it might be slightly entertaining. I want to see how they do.
How they do in terms of what?
Just, I guess, how they act, how they answer questions, how they, I probably know how it's going to go, right? But I don't know. I want to see it.
Kelly, what about you? What do you expect you'll learn?
I guess I'm like Sherry. I'm hoping I can make my way to listen to it all, and not be annoyed. And but I'm hoping that somebody says something to help convince me. I want to see if Trump has any composure, and I want to see if Biden can actually answer some questions. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. It sounds as though some of you are still open to voting for Biden or Trump. Am I misreading that?
Well, I mean, right now it's just I guess I'm thinking again that, is my vote going to get thrown away if I go the libertarian? I mean, I still am leaning towards the libertarian. Is there something that's going to be said by one of these two guys that's going to, get me out of that boat by some miracle, I guess is where I am. Because I am concerned about my vote just going to waste by doing a libertarian if it's such a close call for this state.
Okay. Got it. So Sherry, I don't know if I heard you correctly. How do you think this debate is going to go? I think you said that you probably know how it's going to go. What do you imagine happening?
Well, just as Kelly was saying, like Trump's going to lose his composure. Biden might fall asleep or not finish a complete sentence. I just like, I don't know. I just more of the same of what we've seen from them already, and just solidifying the opinion I have of them already, how I view them already.
Got it. Thank you. And David, why are you not a definite yes for watching it?
Kind of sometimes feels like I got better things I can do than to watch something I kind of feel like the train wreck that's already going to happen. So it's almost like Sherry said, it's like whether Trump's going to be over the top or Biden's gonna melt, going to have a brain meltdown. I don't, not really interested in watching that. But might catch reclips or something, or I might watch it. I haven't decided completely yet.
And for the four of you, going back to RFK for a second, planning to vote for him, tell me how you feel about the fact that he does not qualify for this debate.
I find it ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why is it
It's disappointing. It almost feels like we had 4 years of people complaining about democracy and one side not supporting democracy and the other side, and then you get an opportunity and a news network says no to democracy, and the parties seem to be colluding together to make sure that we don't actually have a democracy in its fullest.
The other three of you planning to vote for RFK feel the way Ashley does?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I do not see the harm in letting him be a part of the debate.
And also, one question I meant to ask you earlier. By a show of fingers, who would say there's a modest chance that this debate might change your mind about whom you'll vote for? It feels like there's a modest chance it might change your mind. David or Charles? Okay, two of you. Who plans to watch the debate Thursday night between Trump and Biden? Four of you do, all but Carissa. Okay. Anthony, what do you expect to learn in watching that debate?
I don't know that I'm going to learn that much. I'm just kind of curious to see how it goes, really.
So you don't think you'll learn anything watching it?
No,
Okay. So why bother watching it?
something to do.
Okay. Janelle, why are you going to watch it?
I'm honestly gonna watch it just to see two grown kids go head to head and insult each other, because that's what they've always done. That's what Trump did last year, that he was insulting people left and right. So I plan to get popcorn, get myself some wine, and watch two kids argue on TV.
And what do you expect to learn anything?
I expect to learn at least some of their views in anything, but I don't expect to learn more than what I already know. I think I'll just probably get a little bit more information on certain things, but nothing new.
Okay. Fadila, what do you expect to learn?
Not much. Maybe some policies that it's gonna go back and forth, but I'm actually just gonna watch it for my amusement right next to my phone and open Twitter app to see the trending between two of them.
Carrie, what about you? What do you expect to learn?
Just the new list of lies they choose to feed the American public for this election. That's about it.
Okay. Of the four of you, Chris, I'm holding you aside for a second. I'm going to get to you in a moment. For the four of you who plan to watch, would any of you say there's a modest chance that this debate might change your mind about whom you'll vote for?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Okay. Carissa, why are you not watching it?
I have better things to do. I'm not going to sit here and watch two old, senile, delusional men go back and forth with one another, throwing jabs at each other's parties. I can care less about what Biden and Trump has to say.
Okay. And for those of you planning to vote for RFK Jr., the three of you, tell me how you feel about the fact that he does not qualify for this debate.
I would like to say that I believe he does qualify, but like I stated earlier, this country is ran by, top 1%ers top billionaires, and they don't want him up front because they know he actually has a chance if majority of the people actually see and hear what he has to say. They just want to mainstream Trump and Biden. That's all it is. So that's what it is.
Okay. Janelle, how do you feel about not being there?
I don't understand why. I mean, I understand, but I don't understand why he's fully not qualified, given that we have two men who are not fully in their right state of mind who qualify to do so. Just doesn't really make sense, but I guess we do. I mean, we live in a Republican world. What can we really do?
What do you mean by we live in a Republican world?
There's more people who choose to be how I'm trying to think of how to correctly say it. I guess there's just more racism in the world, and with racism, I believe it's just more connected to Republicans. I come from California. I didn't really see that growing up over there, and when I first moved here to Georgia, I noticed that it is mainly a Republican state. It is very racist, and that's how I feel in most of the world right now, given that I live in a very racist world. I was told to shut up last week because I was speaking Spanish. So I mean, it's kind of just
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, but what does that have to do with RFK not being allowed to debate?
it was just it's like we let two men who aren't really in the right state of mind just argue on nonsense, but yet we can't listen to someone who actually has facts to give and provide.
Okay.
And
Got it.